Hello, Kelly here with Kelly's Soroka Life with what day are we on today? April 10th. So we're on day 13. Ooh, what a good, nice lucky number 13 for today. For our next day in the Spring Magic Challenge with the Aries New Moon. Now, the full moon is coming up. The Libra full moon is coming up in a couple of days. And so we'll do something very special that day and have a little ritual for the day, something that you can do for the full moon. And, just kind of reflect and look back at where you've been during this time and where I've been during this time, the things that you've done and gotten done over this first half of this cycle. But today we're just going to pause today. Today we have a waxing gibbous moon in Virgo, so it's a good time to get things done because Virgo is very industrious. It's an earth sign, likes to get things done, likes to check off those lists and make things neat and tidy. So it's a good day for that. And I just want to talk to you about something about Virgo related to me because it's about journals. And journals, there's a lot of, in witchcraft, there's a lot of talk about journals versus grimoires versus book of shadows or books of shadows. And everybody has their own definition. And I have my own definition, and I have different ways that I've used mine throughout the year or throughout the years. But right now, I'm doing just a few things for recording and journaling. So I have this is a bullet journal made by, it's um, I want to say German company, Lectrum. You can see, if you can see it on the back, but it's right here. But it is a a bullet journal, and there is, the whole bullet journal movement. But it is a bullet journal endorsed um, notebook made by this company, and it's hardback. It's kind of small. It's not, it's not the larger size, but I kind of like it because I take it with me a lot of places. And this is where, and this is my favorite. I love the dot grid pages. I love that there's nothing on them. I've used different kinds of planners all through the years, and I've never been able to find one that I really like because it's always been too constricting. It's either the same thing every day and I get quickly bored with the same thing every day, or it doesn't have enough room for me to expand and contract. So, I can take this bullet journal, it has an index, so I can put where things are in the journal if I want to look for it. It has places for intentions. It has places and then just places for you to write. So there's some intention pages in the beginning. It's called a future log, some intention pages. Um, and then it's just blank pages, just pages. And I can put sticky notes in here. I put tabs in here. I put washi in here, stickers in here sometimes if I have stickers that come up. But I can just slide, I can fold up things and just slide them in here when I, want something that I just want to keep, but I don't really want it in my journal per se. So I just kind of keep those things with it. So this is what I use, and I kind of swap back and forth. Sometimes I'll do like a whole week planner like this and plan out the whole week. Sometimes I will do a month planner, and I haven't done April. The last month I did was March. And so I just printed out this cute little calendar page and put it in here. And I have the April page that, I printed out for here, but I didn't put it in, and I printed out, put in here, but I didn't print out. And then, I put the things I want to do for March, and these are the days, and these are things that I want to do. But I've done for April, all I've done is just kind of a list of things that I know that I want to do, kept thinking that I would go back and do an April spread. But the good thing is that, it's mine and I can do with it what I want to do with it. and it's very easy, it's very adaptable. So I use kind of the same format, and this is what I call my book of shadows. Um, this is a place where I put things that I want to, um, I want this kind of a record of things. And it has like, I put my new moons in here when I do, let's see, let's see if I can find a page of where I do a new moon intention. And I'll put, um, this is for the Aquarius new moon. Let me see if I can find it. But I have a lot of notes in here. So this was the full moon in Leo. So this was the full moon in Leo. So I did picked out the crystals that I wanted, the herbs I wanted, put things in here that I wanted to do, that I wanted to use for my altar. I did a spread for it. And then I printed out, I took a picture of my altar, what my altar looked like for the full moon in Leo. And I put all the notes in here, and I have places where um, I have also put notes on crystals that I've used, herbs that I've used. And so it's kind of like a book of shadows in that it's kind of keeping a record of things that I'm doing and testing. And so I'll put in the pictures of when I get different new crystals. So I'll just take a picture of them, snap a picture, print it out. And then I'm trying to find a page. I've done a, I have done before a whole page of an intention, like the mind map that's in the workbook. So a lot of times that I do a mind map like that, but I don't see one in here. Um, but this is one that, I go kind of in and out of. So, but anyway, this is what I call like a book of shadows, a place where I record things. I record things that I'm working on, things I've done, spells that I'm kind of working through, places that I want to, um, things that I want to go back to, things that I want to have on hand, records of things, and that's so my book of shadows. And then I have this is what I call a grimoire, and this is for my spells and things that I use throughout the year. And this is kind of like a I kind of like put it in final form. Like I've used Sage, I've worked with it, and now I want to record what I did with it. So I have an entry for Sage. I have one, and every moon cycle I work with something specific. Like for Pisces, the moon cycle I worked with calendula and serpentine. And a lot of that goes in the Book of Shadows, and I write about it, and then I decide, which ones that I want to use for which month and which moon cycle. And then I do like very scrapbooky, because I used to be a scrapbooker, a very scrapbooky kind of grimoire. And so I'm just working through this, and this is the last one I did for the Pisces moon cycle. And I also have in here, I'm also going to start adding, I read a book, one kind of witchy book a month, and I also work with one deck a month. And so I'm going to start doing that, adding that as well. And once I get through, I'll kind of make a formal entry in my grimoire about the deck, about the book, and the sage and the herb and the crystal that I'm working with. So that's what I do for my grimoire. And you can, set them up any way that you want. But I think the worst thing is to get some really nice, pretty, like this, this is kind of a leather bound book, and it's got, some scrapbooky, like pretty pages in it. And the worst thing is to just keep looking at it and never use it. And a lot of us, I think, have really pretty books and like leather bound journals and notebooks and we think, oh, it's so pretty, I don't want to use it. But that's really bad because then you're not writing down, you're not journaling. And so if it's not one that you want to use, that you feel comfortable using, put on the shelf, have it somewhere, and then take a notebook like these. I love these notebooks. I don't know how many I have that are already filled up. And these are either the Lectrum or the moleskin. And like this one's the moleskin and it's the bigger one. And it's plain. It's got just plain dot grid pages in it. And that's it. And I love it. And I can put anything I want it, stickers, washi, write in it, draw in it. I'm not artistic, so I don't draw. But anything that I want to put in it, and it's great. So don't, and if you don't journal, like if you don't like to write, you can always print things out. And that's what I do for the grimoire. I print things to put in that so that it's a little bit, so it's more legible, so that somebody's coming back to it and or me even wants to go look at it, then it's there, it's printed. I have nice pictures. So you can actually, print out things and just have a digital journal as well. So, however you want to do it and the way that you want to do it is great. And whatever works for you is the best thing. Sometimes you'll have to try things like I tried planner after planner after planner and nothing worked. And so the bullet journal has worked the best for me and I like it the best. So let me know what you're doing. And if you want any more journaling tips or anything like that, you can definitely do that. I have included, and I always put the link down at the bottom, the um, workbook that we have for this month or for this moon cycle for the Aries new moon. And so it's got here, and this is what I was talking about. I usually do in my own journal, but I usually do a mind map like this, where I put my intention here and I put the things around it that I want to do and kind of flesh it out that way. And then I have journal pages that you can use, and you can even print out journal pages like this, write on them, and then put them in, a journal if you want. And I'll also, I know it's like April 10th, but I also put the link to this, that's the April calendar that you can use and put in your planner if you would like. I might find them today anyway, even though it's April 10th, because I always start whenever you are. So that is it for today. Have a good day doing journaling, planning, grimoiring, book of shadowing, whatever you're doing today, and just have fun and enjoy it. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.